You know what it is, your man QuickSilva, the QuickSilva Show. I don't call this Thursday, I simply call it Friday Eve. And I have one of the funniest people I follow on social media actually here on the show, Mr. Michael Rapaport.
How you doing?
Did I say it right?
You said it perfect.
Because if I didn't say it right, I know you were going to curse me out like you do on Instagram.
Absolutely.
You piece of...
I'm up at the radio. This guy got my name wrong. He's a real piece of...
Right. Well, we can't say that.
No, I got it. I got control of him. I'm a trained professional.
There you go. Welcome to the QuickSilva Show, sir.
Thanks
How
for
are
having
you?
me. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
I'm a big fan of yours. Before I was a fan of yours, of course, on social media and with all the activism you're doing, I'm gonna take it back to when I first heard about you on Higher Learning.
Yep.
So of course I remember that's one of my favorite movies from back in the '90s, and it's just so amazing to see your transformation. Because in case you didn't see Higher Learning, in that movie you portrayed a white skinhead who hated black people, and
That's right.
you wanted to kill all the N-words.
That's right. That's right.
What was your name in the movie?
Remy.
In the movie. Explain, I guess, filming Higher Learning and me now knowing who you are as a man in real life versus who you were portrayed in Higher Learning.
You know, it was a great opportunity. I was a young actor. The late, unfortunately, friend John Singleton, game-changing director, gave me a great opportunity to do something that was very different from me. As an actor, you always want to try to push yourself. He had just come off Boys in the Hood, come off Poetic Justice, and I got the part by auditioning for John and Ice Cube, and this is before Are We There Yet? Big Three. Right.
This is
friendly.
A lot of big names in that movie. Tyler Banks, Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, but Cube was like, at the time he was like, America's Most Wanted.
NWA.
And so I went in there on audition. I really wanted to play the part. I wanted the opportunity. I got the shot, and the movie has been, sort of stood the test of time. It was a fun set. It was an exciting time. Regina King, Academy Award winner, Omar Epps, Cube, Busta Rhymes, and of course John Singleton. And it was just a lot of fun. We were all young. We were all really trying hard to try to do something good. Lawrence Fishburne and Higher Learning. It's funny because when I did that film and that part, I was concerned how people would receive me.
And that's my concern. Like a lot of times when you play a role that good, because in that movie I hated you. I'm like, I made this piece of racist piece of. Like, that's what I'm thinking. But then,
but as far as like Love in the Hood, like that role, that character's name, like people will say, Remy, what's up, all the time. Right. But I was a little concerned because I knew it was a very volatile a character, but I've never had anybody approach me anything. They don't like the character, but they like the portrayal of the character, if that makes sense. And it was just a dope time, like I said, working with those people. So many of them I was fans of before I even started acting. And I was, Regina was somebody who I loved, and Busta Rhymes was, Busta at in his prime. One of his primes. He had a few of them. So it was dope, and I'm excited, that people still like the movie. I'm excited to be down here in DC. Performing at the Improv for the first time. First time performing at the DC Improv, the world famous DC Improv. Absolutely. And I know it's a big comedy town, so I'm excited to be down there, and I'm excited to talk Housewives. I know you guys are big Housewives.
Yes. Okay, so if you just turned it into the QuickSilva Show, we're talking to Michael Rapaport. Now, speaking of Housewives, Leah, she is the Housewife Queen.
No, it's not even a Housewife Queen. I know that you are a connoisseur, and
I'm a connoisseur. Like we can deep dive. Like I know some people the thing about Housewives, especially when I start talking to some of the audience, like, wait, what is this dude talking about? Like I can't hear.
This stuff.
But I'm all in. I'm full all in. All the chips are in.
Okay, so let's start with Potomac because that's obviously close to us. The breakout season this season. I mean, probably the most entertaining.
I agree.
It has been in the franchise history. Do you think that Michael sexually assaulted the cameraman?
I don't want to say. Listen, when you start saying accusations, sexual assault, all that stuff, something happened. There's been too many. I believe there's been too much smoke, and when I believe that there's smoke, there's fire somewhere. Something went down. I'm not going to sit here and say whether I thought he did this and that and the other. I also feel like, however it went down, it was looked at in the court. It was press charges. I'm not making any aspersions, but I feel like something happened. It's been too many incidents, too many close calls, too many questions, too many odd things. I'm sure it's been very hard for him and Ashley.
Facts.
But for us as fans, it's fantastic.
As hell.
And that's a crazy
The
thing
lemonade
about
is entertaining.
Yeah, the reality shows it's like your pain is our pleasure.
Yes.
So I love Potomac. I love the Grand Dame. I noticed I don't smell you with Grand Dame perfume. I don't know.
They said it was a season scent. I'm not really seasoned.
All right, I just wanted to say, I mean, like, I know you're a fan, but maybe I didn't get close enough, but I don't smell.
I have not tried it, but Karen is welcome to send samples up here.
Absolutely, no matter what.
They said it was a season scent.
But I'm going to tell you straight up, when I'm in Bloomingdale's and I do see Grand Dame perfume, I'm buying two bottles. One for my wife, and then one I'm putting on ice to keep for like it's going to age like a fine wine.
Okay, all right.
Hey, once again, you're just tuning into the show. We're talking to Michael Rapaport. Now, fast forward, what I most know you for on social media, you're like a comedian actor, but you're an activist. And I always say, besides myself, I think you might be the one person that I think actually hates that got us in the White House more than anybody else. If you could say something right now, because I know he's listening, or his team
of course
is
he's
listening.
listening.
He's close right here.
Who doesn't listen to the QuickSilva mix?
Come on, absolutely.
I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't listen to the QuickSilva show?
Come on now.
Like, if you could say something to him right now, like just with all that's going on worldwide, and particularly in the White House, what would you say right now while he's listening?
Man, that's a good question. What would I say to him?
Because he's listening.
I'd be like, yo, you know that we know you're full of a big filthy bag of duty. Like, you're not fooling anybody.
Right.
And like, you know, especially like people on the East Coast, particular New Yorkers, we know your get down.
Right.
So, you know, you're not fooling anybody with your I'm just here to help, but you're not here to do that.
Facts.
And the thing, you know, whether I hate him the most, dislike him the most, the thing that frustrates me the most is that at the end of the day, whatever the side of politics you stand on, we're all gonna, like I was talking to my wife when I was coming down here. It's like, you know, it's kind of like at the end of the day, whether it's 4 years, one more year, whatever, we're gonna be the ones that have to clean this up. You guys have a better understanding because you're in Washington. You know, I was in front of the White House because I'm a tourist, and I'm sitting there looking at people with MAGA hats and 2020 hats on. They're saying hello to me. They recognize me. It's like, we're going to all be here at the end. He's going to be gone.
Right,
and we're never going to see him again. He's going to be living in seclusion. He's going to get old. And we're going to sit here. You know, people are breaking up with their, you know, friends are breaking up. You know, they don't speak to family members, you know, and all because of this. And that's the thing that's sad. And it's frustrating to me. We're going to get past this. And then, you know, we're going to move forward. And you know, the world will continue to evolve and continue to grow. And hopefully this will be a good learning experience for all of us.
And you couldn't have said it any better, Michael Rapaport. Now, of course, you are performing tonight.
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. You move tomorrow at the DC Improv.
Yep.
For anybody who's never seen you do stand up, because I know you like it's for being an actor.
Yep.
What can people expect tomorrow?
Heavy trash talk. I'm there all weekend. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Sunday. Very disruptive. I call it disruptive comedy. It's heavy trash talk. You know, I like to have a good time. I like to, you know, poke fun at everybody. I start with myself because I believe if you're gonna talk crap, you got to be able to take it as good as you could give it.
Absolutely.
And I could definitely give it, but you got to be able to make fun of yourself.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a good time. I know DC's a great comedy town. It's a you know, a lot of great comedians have come here, from the Chappelles to the Tommy Davidsons to the Martin Lawrence in the DMV area. So I'm excited. You know, I love this town. I love this area, the culture of it.
We say area here, the area.
I'm not even gonna try that. I'm gonna try. I'm not even gonna try that. I'll hurt my tongue doing that. But you know, and I love like the sports, the sports of DC. You know, going back to when the Wizards were the Bullets, and my man Earl the Pearl Monroe and Gus Johnson, and you know, when you guys you know, had the Wizard and you won the championship with Wes Unseld and all those guys, and when the battles with the Knicks in the '70s. So
you got the history.
Yeah, big guy. This guy's a sports fanatic.
And the C Webb and the Rasheed Wallace and all them. So I love DC sports.
Gotcha.
I'm a Giants fan. I'm not gonna fake the funk.
That's okay.
But I would love for you guys to pull a miracle out and smack around the Patriots. Just one win. If you have just one win,
you know what?
Good luck.
I don't want to bring the show to an end here, a halt.
We're going
but
to wrap this up.
You can do it. How good would that be? Like, the one win is you just
Michael Rapaport, he has speaking this into existence.
They're coming down here thinking it's going to be easy Sunday.
Facts.
Come on now.
All right. Well,
come on now. Send them back confused and with a couple of bloody lips, man.
Say no more, Michael Rapaport. Of course, if somebody's not already,
no one's going along with me. Even like the
I'm
staunchest
ignoring
DC Redskins fan won't go rock with me on this.
Hey, if somebody's not already following, where can they follow you on social media, brother?
I'm at Michael Rapaport everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, blah blah blah. And like I said, I'll be at the DC Improvs. A few tickets are still available at DCimprov.com. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'm talking heavy crap. Heavy.
Yeah,
heavy. How many curses have we pulled back from? I mean, you alone, you almost got fired.
I want to curse so bad, but I'm live on the air.
We're not doing. We're trained professionals.
Thank you, Michael Rapaport. This is the QuickSilva Show.